Yeah, this is the wall that has been built. It's several miles long, runs through different sections. The idea was it was going to, originally is what the politicians said, was it was to divide the Israeli sections from the Palestinian sections. But the thing is, it goes through major Palestinian cities, dividing the city and taking the most amount of land with the least amount of homes. And, you know, and so Palestinians are separated from their places of employment and things like that. And yeah, there's graffiti on these. Sometimes there's amazing paintings and stuff. The famous guy Banksy was there and stayed with us for a while, and he did all kind of amazing artwork on the walls and stuff. Here's one that says paid by the United States, which, you know, that's our tax dollars at work, and it's not doing anything to bring peace. It's actually separating people from their livelihoods, making them more desperate and more likely to resort to negative interactions with Israelis and stuff. Here's right around the corner from our apartment is a well that was used by Abraham, dates back to that time. And this is like, our apartment is, let's see, just right around the corner here, and we're less than a block away. And for me, you know, I love biblical stories and love that theological ideas and stuff. And there's a part of me that often would go and sit by this well and think about, here's Abraham. You know, I read the scriptures with stories about Abraham and his family, and think about, this is where they came to get water, you know. This is when they wanted to cook something and boil water and stuff. Here's where they got it at, you know. And it just, it was real, it brought that to life, that connection and stuff. And so the Israeli settlers, of course, this was open for a long time for people to use and still get water from, which I thought was a great, interesting dynamic. And the settlers came and would attack people when they were there and stuff. And they were throwing stuff in the water there, the well there. And so the Israeli military blocked it off and stuff. But the settlers had wrote this on the wall, Arabs to the gas chambers. And it's signed JDL, Jewish Defense League, which it has nothing to, settlers had nothing to do with the Jewish Defense League, really. And the Jewish Defense League is kind of violent, not like the settlers, but in a different way. But they at least have some credibility, and I think they put that on there, the settlers put that on there to make it seem more credible. But I think about this. I think about the Holocaust, the Jews that faced all these things, the settlers who claimed to be Jewish and from that tradition and stuff. And how could you wish that on anybody else? You know, all of the Jews I know who survived the Holocaust and stuff, they come there and they're shocked and offended that somebody would do this. I mean, it just drives them crazy. And the same thing with this sign, you know, kill all Arabs, you know. And it's like, So Abraham, he would have been considered an Arab back in the day. So you want to kill Abraham too? You know, I've had that conversation with settlers. And they didn't want to go there in any conversations. And then here's a family that lives near the wall, actually, there in Hebron. And they had been had acid and stuff that were, I don't know how to describe these. They're not really bombs, but they were containers that would be fired and land into homes and stuff like that. And that's what all these burns and stuff are on the child and the mother, you know, where this acid stuff would, and so then they have the wall. You can't go to the hospital because the hospital's on the other side of the wall, and there's no, where the roads would have went straight through. Here, sometimes there's like 4 or 5 miles of solid wall before you get to a checkpoint where you might be able to go through or might not. And so here they are, not really able to get good medical attention just because they're living on the wrong side of where the hospital is. And is this going to make them want to grow up and be friends with Israelis? Probably not, and that's something we sort of stress. And we work with Israelis that'll come and help get them medical attention and stuff like that, to put another face on this. Not all Israelis are negative. Here's good Israelis, and you need to keep that in mind too.